Hello and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of Gyan Darshan IGNOU channel. I am Dr. Rachna Agarwal, Associate Professor in the School of Vocational Education and Training. I am also the Program Coordinator for the program BA in Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, within brackets, Vocational Studies. So today, let us begin with the session on entrepreneurial opportunities of waste management. But before I begin this session, which is a part of the course of this program BAVMSME, I would just like to give you a brief idea about the program, that is BA, why this BA in Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises is important, or how is it different from the regular BA. And also, I would like to introduce you to the entire a course of this particular topic which we are catering to today, which is in short known as BERE 143, that is Traditional and Rural Enterprises. So let us begin and let us see what we have in today's session. The course, as I have said, is BERE 143 and it is about traditional and rural enterprises. What all opportunities are available in our rural areas for having our own startup. What all resources are there, how we can tap these resources and make our own business venture or start a new startup. So we will explore in this particular course, that is BERE 143, what are the different entrepreneurial opportunities that we can explore. So to begin with, this particular program which I am explaining, that is BA in Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, it is a very applied program. It is different from the regular BA program. Why? How? Because it is the need of the hour. We have now entered an age where we can have our own enterprise or startup and we no longer need to depend upon jobs maybe in the government sector or the private sector. You can open your own company and you can utilize the resources which are vastly available in nature. Nature has provided us with all our needs. Only thing is we should know how to tap it, how to preserve it and how to sustainably use it. So in this particular program, BAVMSME, we have launched this program in July 2022 and at that time it was 132 credits. Now again in July 2024 we have restructured this program to 120 credits. But I would like to talk about the BAVMSME program which was launched in July 2022 and whose learners have now reached the 6th semester. So this particular course is in the 6th semester. And this program, as we can all understand, is designed for 10+2 pass outs and for those who are budding entrepreneurs. And as I have explained, this program would help you in developing your knowledge and skills to open your own business venture. And as I have said, this program comprises of 132 credits and the minimum duration to complete this program is of 3 years and the maximum is of 6 years. So you can take admission in this program in both January and July cycles. And as IGNOU programs have very nominal fee, so this particular program also has very nominal fee, that is only 5,100 per year. And the total fee for 3 years is 15,300. So you can attain your bachelor's degree in nothing more than 15,000 for the entire program. So let us now talk about this particular course which we will be discussing today, that is Traditional and Rural Enterprises. In short, the course code is BERE 143. Now this course is about various occupations in rural areas. It talks about the various traditional handicraft sector which are which vary from state to state. India is having a very diverse culture. So every state has its own peculiar craft or handicraft and also its textiles, whatever the clothing they wear. So keeping in mind all this diversity in all these states, we have tried to bring around all these Indian handicrafts covering the diverse categories from clothing, fashion accessories and home decor and other utility products, and what all enterprises can you have in these particular sectors. So this particular course covers all the knowledge about this particular sector. It also talks about the traditional crafts and the relationship between traditional crafts and the sustainable development. It talks about the social media also, because nowadays if you are having your own enterprise and you do not advertise it, or you do not do the networking and popularize it through social media, then you cannot reach the masses. So we are giving here in this particular course knowledge about the social media, how you can use online and digital marketing strategies. Then it also talks about agri enterprises. Why? Because most of the states in our country are agriculture dependent. You know that 70% of the population is agriculture dependent. Their source of income is farming. So all the agri enterprises which are possible in different states, like maybe it is organic farming to begin with, which is the latest these days to have pesticide free food products. Floriculture, which is a new concept. We all know that floriculture has come up in a big way. So you will learn about all these things in this particular course. And what are the various entrepreneurial opportunities in these areas? You will also learn about the various entrepreneurial opportunities in organic farming, in floriculture, as well as in dairy processing. Dairy processing, how we can convert the raw milk products into the finer milk products. That is cheese, say the powder milk, butter, yogurt, all these, how we can have our own startup in these areas. So what are the possible avenues in these areas? That also we are discussing in this particular course. And lastly, what are the various schemes which the government is offering? Because if you have your own startup, if you want to put up a new startup, you should be able to get the funding, and how you can get the funding, from where these schemes, how the government is offering these fundings through various schemes, that all also we are discussing in this particular course. Then eco-friendly enterprises, green marketing, what are the various options available in organic waste recycling, or converting these waste products into useful products or resources, that also we will be discussing in this particular course. And lastly, what are the various waste management options or avenues, which are by way of case studies we are bringing forth, so that you can understand that what all is happening in our country, how these new startups have made this as their own enterprise, how they are procuring the waste, segregating the waste, recycling the waste, and using the waste as a raw resource for their own business or enterprise. So this all is being explained in this particular course by means of various case studies. So let us begin with today's topic, that is waste management avenues. So why waste management is important? First of all, why should we go for waste management? We all know it is very important because of our earth, because of our sustainable future for our children. So waste management is crucial for maintaining a clean and healthy environment, for conserving our resources, and for sustainable development. And the key reasons why waste management is important are definitely environment protection is very important, because proper waste disposal reduces pollution in our water bodies, in air and in soil. It also prevents the harmful effects on ecosystem. Then it is very important from public health point of view, because if there is poor waste management, then there can be contamination of our water bodies. Also, there can be rampant occurrence of diseases, pandemics, epidemics, if the waste is not handled properly. Then resource conservation is another point, wherein recycling and reusing materials reduces the need for raw materials. So if you are using, say, paper in your offices, and if you use the backside of the paper, then you are doing what you are doing. You are doing the resource conservation. And how you are benefiting the environment? You are benefiting the environment by saving the requirement of the paper and trees. You are helping in tree conservation of natural resources. So simple things which we can do every day: utilization and reuse of our waste materials by not discarding them just by one use or one go. Say a plastic bottle, now even the plastic bottles are banned, but by chance if you have procured one, then try to use it several times before you discard it. So reusing any material helps in resource conservation. Then climate change mitigation. This is also a very important factor. You have seen that nowadays we are witnessing a lot of flash floods, extreme weather conditions, and definitely a change in environmental and climatic changes have happened. So proper handling of waste is very important in reducing the greenhouse gas emissions, and also it helps in reducing landfill wastes. So these are some of the reasons. Also economic benefits are there. Economic benefits, we all know that when we are managing our waste efficiently, it is giving rise to various jobs, like if we can hire somebody to segregate the waste, to collect it in a proper manner and to distribute it into the right areas. Like if it is a organic waste, then it can go for bio decomposition or for vermicomposting. And if it is a plastic waste, then it can go for recycling. So waste collectors, waste segregators and kabadiwalas, which perform a very important role in efficiently managing our waste. So recycling, economic benefits, it is giving jobs, it is creating new job avenues, new startup avenues, and also it is giving a very aesthetically a very nice opportunity for our development of our tourism also. So like if we have clean surroundings, if we have better quality of life, then definitely tourists will be attracted. Thus, implementing effective waste management practice such as recycling, composting and responsible disposal is essential and very important for our sustainable future. So now let us see what are the various waste management options which are available. Like as I have explained that waste is handled, processed and disposed of. It should be done in a proper manner. So what are the major types of waste management options which we have? Let us take a look. First is waste prevention and reduction. Like this involves minimizing the waste generation at source itself. Like I have explained you, like if we have anything which we can use again and again, we should try to use it as many times as possible. Using less amount of packaging. Now, you see, these days we have this habit of ordering things online. And whenever we order anything online, the product is this much, but the packaging is this much. So, and this is all a waste. What is it? Like all cardboards, all stuffings, everything. A small article comes with a lot of packaging material. So minimize the use of packaging. This is not only, I'm using this media to even request to bigger companies who are providing products online that they should take care of this. That they should use less and less packaging, because ultimately it is just adding on to the waste generation problem. And waste management handling is just, unnecessarily it is burdening our earth. So less packaging and avoiding single-use plastics, and also by choosing eco-friendly products and practices. Eco-friendly means if there is anything which can be decomposed or recycled. These two important things. Firstly, you have to segregate and accordingly dispose them of. So this is the minimalistic thing which we can do. Like if you have a vegetable waste which is coming out from the kitchen or a fruit waste, then collect it in a separate bag or a bin so that we can put it in a vermicomposting pit. You can make a simple pot with little bit of mud and dump it and just cover it with that. So that ultimately over a period of time earthworms will break it, and this is called nothing but vermicomposting. They will break it up, and you have a very nice rich manure which you can use to in your vegetable gardens, or you can even use for your flowering or for any other plants. You can use it. Reusing items is a very good option, is a very important option. Like we have explained, I have explained here that refillable bottles, second-hand goods, as many times as you can use, you should be using. Then material recycling. See, material recycling is nothing but processing of the waste material into something which is useful, maybe organic food waste, like I have explained, vegetable or fruit waste, or can be recycled and made into a nutrient-rich compost or a vermicompost or a manure. Similarly, anything like paper, it can be shredded and you can make some useful product, say a cardboard, or you can even make these plastic boards. These days, even for tabletops or for other boards are made they are made of compressed cardboards or paper, so that they are very light in weight and they serve the purpose of your furniture. So the load on natural resources is less cutting of trees, less deforestation, and healthier environment. Next, we have waste to energy. This is very important because that waste which is not able to be which is not able to be decomposed organically, we can let it go for incineration. Now, this process, incineration, is exposing the waste to very high heat so that the waste can generate electricity, or if we subject this particular organic waste for anaerobic digestion, it can produce biogas. Biogas, we know, is gas which is methane, and it can be burned to give us energy, and you can even use it for cooking purposes. Then we have mechanical and biological treatment, that is by combining mechanical sorting with biological decomposition and giving chemical treatment by using various chemicals to neutralize the hazardous waste. Now, this treatment is good for hazardous waste, like waste which is coming out from hospitals. We can categorize this kind of infectious waste. We can expose it to chemical disinfection, and we can give it a chemical treatment so that it is first neutralized, the disinfection is done, and then you can use this waste for various means to dispose it of. Sanitary landfills. This is another important thing. Why are we saying landfills? You must have seen that just dumping the waste and just compressing it into the land. Now, so much of waste has been generated that these landfills have turned into mountains of garbage piles, which we see sometimes. If you go just outside your city or town, you will see a particular landfill area on which the carrying capacity has gone overboard, and you will see now the mountains of waste have risen there, which cannot be compressed and which cannot be landfilled. So, if it was done in a scientific manner, sanitary landfills would be the engineered sites which would be designed to minimize the environmental impact of open dumping. Now, open dumping is very hazardous. We all know that when we just leave the garbage out in the open, it attracts all sorts of insects, rodents, birds, and even it is subjected to sometimes, burning. And when it is subjected to burning, the nearby areas are all affected by air pollution. I have seen in the Delhi, when you go outside Delhi, NCR region, there are piles of garbages which are, always simmering with some smoke coming out. And that smoke the whole area becomes very suffocating. You cannot breathe in that area. I mean, the smell, the stench, and then the smoke all make it, there's a very obnoxious smell coming, and it becomes a very unesthetic and very unpleasing experience for anybody who wants to walk on that road. It is just not possible. So next is hazardous waste management, which means that hazardous waste we will discuss here, wherein we have to follow the safe handling and disposal of hazardous waste, which may be toxic waste, which may be medical waste or industrial waste. So there are guidelines for handling and disposal of hazardous waste which must be followed. Electronic waste now has again come up in urban areas. It is a problem, like all kinds of electronics systems that we are using, maybe mobiles, laptops, desktops, printers. All these electronic wastes are also piling up, and they are creating a huge problem of disposal. So electronic waste recycling is a very important factor and a very important subject wherein you can have your own enterprise. Because once this electronic waste, is just disposed of, or say we using a mobile phone, and then suddenly we feel that we want to change it and upgrade it to a better version, a newer version, we just discard it. So how you can open an enterprise wherein you can procure these electronic wastes and you can make something good out of it. You can either dismantle it, take the scrap out, use the heavy metals and the precious metals which are there, or maybe you can just refurbish it and just have it back into the market. So this is another entrepreneurial opportunity for e-waste recycling. Now, each waste management option, it varies in its environmental impact. We understand, like, electronic waste has a different impact, hazardous waste has a different impact, organic waste also has an impact, but it is lesser severe, and also plastic waste. So depending upon the cost and the feasibility and the nature of the waste which is generated, you can have your enterprise, you can work it out, and you can accordingly decide what all business options can be made possible in that area wherein this kind of a waste, particular kind of a waste is generated. So the most suitable approach which is there in waste hierarchy is of 4 R's, as we can just see on the screen. That is reduce. First of all, try to reduce the waste generation, reuse the articles if possible, recycle as much as possible, recover, like if you can recover whatever precious metals are there or something which can be made into a better product, and then ultimately dispose. So these are the various waste management options and avenues. Also, I have tried to cover along with the options so that in shorter time you can get the idea that as what are the options available and what are the avenues which you can have. So effective waste management, as you can see, encompasses a variety of strategies which are aimed at handling waste responsibly and suitably. So the important waste management avenues here you can see are waste to energy. That is, waste can be subjected, especially organic waste, it can be subjected to anaerobic digestion, and you can get useful biogas or oils or energy out of it which can be useful, or mechanical and biological treatment of hazardous waste, which we have already discussed. Plasma gasification is another technique. You can have a plant and you can open a startup which is having a plasma gasification plant wherein high temperature conversion process can be employed for utilizing these plasma torches which are operating at a very high temperature, which convert waste directly into this biogas or synthetic gas. Vermicomposting is another option wherein earthworms are used for decomposition of the organic waste and generating manure or very good quality compost, which is very important for enhancing soil fertility. Now, implementing a combination of these waste management strategies can also be there, or you can have a single startup wherein you are not only having your own enterprise, but you are also promoting sustainable practices of reducing the waste problem, and you are contributing to environmental restoration. You are helping the environment to in resource conservation and in aesthetically cleaning the environment. Now, different kinds of waste we have seen. Now, we will just have a quick look. What are the various kinds of e-waste management practices which we can have? Like e-waste management, as I said, is a term which is used for the discarded electrical and electronic equipments. What are the various types of e-waste? You can see here mobile phones, LCD, OLEDs, plasma televisions, all these LCD monitors, smart display, tablets, computer monitors, printers, all these electronics which are obsolete devices, they all contribute to e-waste, and it poses a threat to the health and environment. And if not recycled properly, it can even lead to degradation of soil, air and water, and as well as living things. So e-waste contains a lot of numerous toxic chemicals also, and metals like lead, cadmium, mercury, nickel, and other inorganic compounds, like chlorofluorocarbons. Chlorofluorocarbons, they are very detrimental to the environment, They can be responsible for breaking of this ozone layer also. And polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, all these compounds, inorganic compounds, they are very, very detrimental to the environment. So, recycling and refurbishing of electronic waste is a problem, and any startup which can cater to this problem would be doing a commendable job to our environment. So all these are known for their ill effects also on the like greenhouse gases, environment, global warming, climate change. You were seeing this flash floods coming, and they are even carcinogenic and teratogenic. So you're not only having a startup, you're not only creating jobs, you are helping the environment. You're helping the environment in a sustainable way for your future generations. Then open air burning and acid baths. This is very dangerous, and they are used to recover valuable materials from electronic components which are otherwise released into the environment, like toxic materials can leach into the water bodies. So this is a very rampant problem. So there are case studies, especially in Bangalore, which focuses on using a tracer personal computer which maps the full cycle of e-waste from production through its use to disposal and recycling. So all this is being monitored, and this particular organization or a startup in Bangalore, they are using this, they have done this study, and they have tried to map right from its generation to its disposal. And they have tried to see how they can contribute and how they can recover the precious metals like silver, copper and gold from these electronic waste. Similarly, we have hazardous waste management also. Hazardous waste, we have seen they are electronic batteries, paints, and also generated from hospital. So all these, there's a list of whole hazardous waste categories, and one can see how they can contribute in management of these hazardous waste and disposal of these hazardous waste. So because of the time limit, I'm stopping here. But in this course, BERE 143, you can get a great deal of information about these waste management opportunities and avenues. And I would encourage all my learners as well as the viewers of Gyan Darshan IGNOU channel to see and have a look. You can go to the website and you can take admission for the new cycle which will be starting in July. So thank you very much, and I welcome you all to have a look at the BAVMSME program. Now it is called BAMSME program. Thank you very much.